A while ago, I did a commercial for a burger joint. I don't think I can say what it is, but you'll probably be able to tell on the screen anyway. Now, the reason this was an interesting one is because we did the commercial around about the same time that Narcos, the Netflix TV series, had come out. So the commercial was a parody of the opening scene of Narcos, which was about Pablo Escobar, right? I hadn't seen Narcos, and when they messaged me to tell me that it was based on Narcos, I just pretended like I had. So, I did my best Pablo Escobar impression, not knowing anything about Pablo Escobar. This is what it looks like.
Hermano!
I am already dying of embarrassment. Jesus, oh, Jesus Cristo.
Dime. ¿Te gustó las hamburguesas?
I also decided that I would just add sunglasses in because I know nothing about Pablo Escobar, and I assumed he just sounded like a type of guy that would wear sunglasses.
Ah, hamburguesas, cheeseburgers.
That is so wrong. Now that I'm studying Spanish, I'm aware that this is so incorrect.
Sí. ¿Quieres prefieres algo más?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's something that I added in. That was not in the audition script. I thought it would be funny if I used one of the burger holders from the actual restaurant as like a form of currency, like he was paying them with money, but actually it was just a burger holder. Yeah, that was just a funny little thing I decided to ad-lib. Also, quickly, the background is better than the other auditions. This is a much better background. But also, it's still not good. This is not a flat background. I've still done this incorrectly. And the background is actually bright, bright, bright green. And it was so distracting that before I sent this audition in, I had my friend edit it and take all the green out so that it was more of a pastel whitey green. So much trouble just because I couldn't find a single plain white wall in 5 years.
Vámonos!
I think vámonos is actually correct. I think that's the one correct thing that I said. Okay, this is the actual commercial.
Imagine you had everything you ever wanted. Money, cars, chicas, and burgers.
Okay, that is my voice doing the wrong Spanish accent because, at the time, I didn't know anything about Colombia. In my defense though, the guy that plays Pablo Escobar in the Narcos TV show does a terrible Colombian accent anyway, so if anything, I'm more true to the program. Wait. Have I? Oh my god. You know what I just noticed? My cell phone, my iPhone is still in my pocket. This is set in the time of Pablo Escobar. Nobody had an iPhone. I'm lucky that the stomach looks so fake that it's distracting, but I clearly have a cell phone in my pocket and my car keys, and there's some kind of square thing in my other pocket. Besides the fact that you can see my junk.
Hermano, dime. ¿Te gustan las hamburguesas?
Oh my god.
¿Quieres prefieres algo más?
So incorrect. Okay, that's funny. That's funny, okay? Double chin, double chin, double chin. Every time I see this ad, all I see is that horrible double chin. I do not suit a mustache. I have to always have a beard. I made that up as well. I'm really glad that they weren't angry about it and they actually put it in the commercial, but that was my idea. I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I just threw all of the burger holders in the air? Again, pretending like it was like money. Thank you very much, that was all me. Made that up myself. You've got to start somewhere, okay? You can't be embarrassed all the time. Now, interesting fact about that commercial is that it was received very well most places, and then other places people were pissed. Like, they were so pissed. I had several members of the New Zealand Green Party actually contact me and then write articles in the newspaper and on Stuff News about how upset they were that we were backing up negative social stereotypes about Colombian. And then, of course, we had to explain to them that the joke wasn't about Colombians and that the joke was actually about a very popular TV show on Netflix called Narcos, and the ad is a parody of the opening scene of the first episode, which is very, very popular. To which those members of government then said, well, we haven't seen that TV show. And then I think it just fizzled out, because what do you say to that? You've explained to somebody that it's a pop culture reference, they don't get it because they're not a part of pop culture. You can't really go anywhere from there. So no one really did anything, and that was the end of that. So yeah, that's a thing that can happen as an actor that you don't really have a lot of control over. How it's received, that part's not really up to you. You know what, my Colombian friends thought it was funny. They just thought my accent was terrible, and I totally agree with them. The next one I'm going to show you is actually my audition for Shortland Street. I was contacted on Thursday at 5 o'clock, and they asked me if I could please audition. And I said, yeah, sure, but I don't really have a way to film it right now. It's 5 o'clock and I'm tired, and I'd auditioned for Shortland Street before, and I was kind of like, I never get it. But I was like, you know what, I'll give it a go, but do you mind if I do it tomorrow and send it to you? And they said, yep, cool, go for it, but tomorrow, 3 p.m. the latest. So I went home, had a look at the lines. In the morning, I rented a room. This is the first time I did my audition properly. I found a room in town that had a white background. I rented it. I got a friend to turn up and read the other lines for me, and then I recorded it, and I sent it off to them at 1 p.m. on Friday. At 1:30 on Friday, they messaged me back to say that I've got the part, and that they wanted to start shooting on Monday. So that was a hectic ass weekend. I just had to pack up my entire life and move to Auckland in 2 days without giving anyone any proper warning. And it was such a trippy experience. Definitely worth it. Loved every second of it. It's a really cool place to work. But that weekend prior to beginning working there was just insane. Here is my audition. So, you want in on the opportunity of a lifetime?
What happened to the last opportunity of a lifetime? A timeshare in Bali, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had to sell it fast. The government can be hard to deal with there.
Right.
Or have you become chicken in your old age?
I'm more careful than we used to be.
Oh, speak for yourself. I've always been careful.
Yeah, right.
I'm just going to skip a little bit because there's a bit in that audition that might be giving something away. I'm not too sure. So I'm going to stick to a version of what actually ended up in the final episode, because I'm still got to keep this stuff secret. Because you never know. Bernie Livingston might come back to the show. Who knows? Look, in all honesty, there's money to be made, Eddie. It's going to be big. But that train is leaving the station, so you have to decide. You're going to come along for the ride, or you're going to get left behind. Ooh, look at that little head nod in there. That is cheeky, but also you kind of trust him. He seems friendly enough, right? Seems like a good guy. I'd trust him with my money. Fool. Okay, this is how the scene ended up. Very, very, very different.
2 glasses of champagne. My new business partners.
Are you serious?
No better way to celebrate. Mate, you're too kind. Yeah, well, next one's on you. You'll be rolling in it soon enough.
You think?
Well, I mean, projections look good. I mean, if you're interested in a bigger piece of the action.
It's already so different. That whole first dialogue has changed. There's an extra character in the scene now. This was also the first scene that I shot on my first day working there, and I was so freaking scared. I'm glad you can't tell. I feel like I can tell because I know me, but also a good thing to note is that in the audition, I'm wearing a suit because in the script, he was described as wearing that. Hair slicked back, nice clean cut. And then on the very first day when I turned up for orientation to meet everyone and walk around the stage, I was just wearing my normal clothes, which generally are lots of jewelry, and I have a really big hat and long hair, and I had a beard and kind of hippie clothes, boho, that kind of thing. That's how I normally dress. And then when I turned up, people on the set thought I was already in costume and they were like, oh, cool, that's a great costume for Bernie. And then my director that day was like, oh, he's not actually dressed yet. This is just his clothes. So then they took some photos of me and the costume team decided to dress Bernie pretty much just how I dress. So everything that he's wearing in this scene and everything that he wears throughout the whole thing are just versions of my own clothes that I would turn up in every day. So I was very lucky on Shortland Street. It was an experience that was incredibly nerve-wracking as a young actor. But also, I got to wear clothes that I liked, and that made me feel a lot more comfortable in the scenes.
What do you need? Do you need posts, stories? I could definitely do an interview.
10K. What? To really get this thing off the ground, you guys need to invest. That's what this needs if you want more acts like a Comatose.
10K.
Okay, think big picture, Eddie. Okay, you will have so much cash at the end of this, you will literally be able to roll in it.
That line is obviously a substitute for the line in the audition that I had where I said the train is leaving the station. And are you going to get on it?
I don't know, it's a lot of money.
If you guys aren't ready to commit, I can always find other partners. But I need to know now.
Those are also just my normal glasses that I turned up wearing on the day. And if you notice throughout my storyline, I actually wear them less and less to the point where at the end of my storyline, I'm not even wearing them at all because they were just annoying. So I kind of just faded them out. And hopefully everyone just assumes that Bernie got contact lenses halfway through.
Are you in? Or are you out?
Ooh. Are you in, are you out? See, seems very trustworthy. Also, that's my improv, the whole pushing the wine glasses towards them. I improvised that during rehearsals and the director liked it. So we put it in the show. And that is very validating. But that is us. That is us for day 26. It's probably not the end of me showing you embarrassing audition videos. I have a few more as well, but I just have to wait for the final products to actually be released so that I can show you them. It is day 26, which means that today I find out as to whether or not our isolation period is being extended. I have a feeling that it will. I hope that it will, because I think that is the safest way to go about things. I personally care more about human life than the economy. That's just me. And I don't think you can put a price on a human life. I would much rather risk the economy, which is really just a system of rich people making decisions for themselves and then blaming it on a series of numbers as if it has a personality and a pulse, like a human. But yeah, today we find out if our time is being extended. And if it is, I guess I'll just keep making these videos, because that was the goal, to try and make a video every day of lockdown. I thought I'd leave you with more bloopers though, because yesterday that was fun. So this is another collection of bloopers from me as a tourism presenter. Good times. Day 26.
They offer 20 rooms fully equipped and each one with their own balcony to provide all-day sun. On top of that, the owner's just a great guy. Big Fern. Visit them at number 8 in Upper Hutt or online at Big Tree Cafe. These guys have it for you. I was blah, 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 blah. These guys are stuck in dining experience. Don't. Damn it. They also do ball gown. Come on down. Oh my gosh. And I will see you guys next time. It's a pun about seeing people.